Morning, Warren Springs Middle School, and welcome to WolfPack News. Today is Tuesday.
I'm here with Mr. Jimmy Lange. Do you want to say hi?
How you doing, everybody?
Okay. So, how did you decide to start boxing?
You know, I didn't decide to start boxing. It kind of just happened. I was just like anybody's put in youth sports leagues. I happened to be put into boxing as an extracurricular activity for me, and over a certain period of time, I just took to it.
So, what was your most memorable? What was your most memorable match?
My most memorable match? Oh boy, there's good and bad to that. I've taken some pretty memorable beatings. Took a couple pretty bad losses. I think that my favorite, most memorable, best performance was a guy named Jonathan Reed, who he was supposed to beat me. He was favored in the fight, and I outworked him. I out-strategized him, and ended up knocking him out in the 9th round. And I was very, very proud of that fight. That's the fight that got me the title fight, which I won.
So, like, training for boxing wise,
right.
What did you do, like, exercise wise and?
Right. Anything at a high level that you're going to do, it takes more than just the everyday training. It takes the mental training as well. So yes, I would train, say, maybe 3 hours a day, maybe 6 days a week, because you have to rest. So we would rest one day, but road work, running, weightlifting, shadow boxing, bags, sparring, different things like that in the boxing gym. But then you have the mental side of it, where you're watching films of fighters, trying to pick up little things, learn things. You're watching films of your opponent, so you can learn weaknesses to capitalize on it in the upcoming fight. So it's really, you know, there's no way to really put a time frame on how much per day you trained, but it's a 24-hour. I mean, even the rest part, you have to force yourself sometimes to get the proper rest. So at a high level of anything you do, it's the same as baseball, even businessmen. At a high level, you're always on. I mean, very rarely are you just completely out of your game.
So, how many times have you held titles, or what titles did you hold?
Oh my gosh, I gotta look at the record. Somebody asked me my record the other day, and I had to look it up. My record's 39-6 with 2 draws. 39-6 with 2 draws, and I won several national titles. I won a state, tri-state title, which was the DMV, Virginia, Delaware, Maryland, and then after that I won a couple national titles. The UNSBC, it's a national title, and then you go from there. You see if you hopefully get a shot at a world title, which I was fortunate enough to get.
Did you train in like gyms, like growing older,
yeah.
Or did you like?
No, there's many gyms. I've trained all over the United States. I trained in Los Angeles at Wildcard. I trained in Brooklyn at Gleason's. Trained in North Carolina, a place called Arapahoe, North Carolina. Trained in Palmer Park, Maryland. I actually trained for a couple fights right in my home area in Great Falls. So I've trained all over. Just go where you know, whatever you're trying to accomplish at the time, you got to go with the right people that are going to help you, the trainers that are going to help you at that time.
Tune for tomorrow. In the meantime, if you have a story or news to share with your home, school, or community, email us at WolfPack News Channel at gmail.com.